global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Secretly plotting your demise. I want to devise a virus.
Hello everyone, Darko 2012 here with Global Government News, and I'm covering a second article that I wasn't able to fit in with another article in one video. So I just made two videos. This is from the Washington Post, and this is human microchips seen by some in Virginia House as a device of Antichrist. And of course, they're mocking us. They are playing mind games with us, my fellow liberty-minded patriots. They're making fun out of us. And do you want to know how I know that? Because the other article, which is Senate bans forced microchip implants, and that is another video that I just posted. So please check that one out. But this is the point I'm going to make right off the bat, right up front, is they blatantly talk to us and refer to us like we're children, like we're dumb, like we don't know, right? Okay, Republicans, conservatives. Let's just exclude Republicans, right? Because they're not conservative. Let's just crumple it up, you know, just crumple it up and just throw it in the effing garbage, right? Because they're not conservative. So let's just say conservatives, right? People that may think of Jefferson as, for whatever, you know, he may be a paradox, you know, in Republicans. Let's just say conservatives, limited government, the individual is, you know, best able to govern themselves, right? Nobody knows how someone, no one knows the best interest for another person. The individual knows, right? You can call it being selfish, but it's about as free market as you can get. You know, you don't take your power and give it to somebody else and say, he knows what's best for me, when that person is usually an elitist who's usually going to walk away no matter how shitty of a job he does representing us and get full dental, full health, full pension, right? So they don't represent us. This is not a republic anymore. This is not a democratic republic. This is a scientific dictatorship run by elites, eugenicists, population control, Big Brother, Orwellian, Huxley. This is the life that we're living under. And so we are in a time now where many people aren't able to physically even comprehend how important of a time we are living in right now. And the best that this Washington Post article can come up with as a title is human microchips seen by some in Virginia House as a device of Antichrist. So you can see that they are making fun out of us. They are mocking us. And the reason it aggravates me is because I've talked with people who consider themselves conservative, right? And for the most part, they are conservatives. But there is a part now, there's a white supremacist part, a very small minority that is also co-opted by government, by feds, who antagonize and who promote and fund these very small part of conservative movements, the white supremacists, and they back that up, and they provocateur, and they spy on Tea Partiers, right? Regular citizens who are pissed off at the government. They got that, right? So if you're a conservative now, you're a white racist, right? It's not our fault that the majority of conservatives are white. And you don't have to feel bad about that if you're out there and you're a white person, a regular middle-class person, and you go to these tea parties. I'm sick of them calling them racist. It's racist to even inject race into something like that because it's totally, it just does not apply to it. So moving on to the other part, right, the racist part, now you got the religious part, right? So you got these two minorities of conservatives, which are what? Racist and religious. And so now they're going to prop that up and they're going to just put it in front of every single issue that we have right now because it is our time. You know, like Rom's time. This is my entire, it's our time, man. It's my time. And it's our time to crush the bullshit. It's our time to go right through all the lies, all the stereotypes, and say, you're wrong. You are wrong, and you are ignorant, and you're stereotyping me. And so what I'm getting at here is, as far as religious people go, I've met them before. They're not bad people. They are conservative. A lot of them will be homeschooled, and most of them are religious, right? But my biggest point here, before I finish up on this article, because it's not too long, is that these religious people, now I'm not talking about religious people as in general conservatives that are just regular Christians that go to church, once a week and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about the radical right that they refer to, the evangelicals. I'm talking about the people who do absolutely nothing in this truth movement. And I'm not saying evangelicals don't do anything in the truth movement. I'm saying as a generalization, as a majority of these people, right, that are in this movement believe that they are just going to be saved and lifted up into the heavens, and Jesus is going to meet them up in the sky. Now, I'm not bashing their belief system. I'm not bashing their belief system. I believe, it's my thing that I believe in a God. I believe in an afterlife, but I don't tie myself to any religious view because I think that just, you got to think for yourself, right? If it makes sense. And so basically, this small group of conservatives, very small, a minority like the white supremacists, and not saying that evangelicals are white supremacists, so don't say I am, that they believe that, if they believe that they're going to be saved in the near future, right, that Jesus is going to meet them up in the sky, then they don't have to do anything. I've met these people. They don't do anything as far as being proactive, activists. They just think that they're going to be saved and forget everybody else. They think Obama is the Antichrist. So this is a very small minority of the conservative movement that is trying to shrink the size of government, at least back to a size where we're cutting down spending and people are saving. And so, yeah, here we go now, right? I made my point. I beat it probably dead. So this is from February 10th, 2010 in Richmond, Virginia, and it says House of Delegates is scheduled to vote Wednesday on a bill that would protect Virginians from attempts by employers or insurance companies to implant microchips in their bodies against will. So if they pass this health care bill and you get government insurance, you be rest assured that you're going to have to get this chip. It says it might also save humanity from the Antichrist, some supporters think. And Delegate Mark Cole from Fredericksburg, a Republican, the bill's sponsor, said that privacy issues are the chief concern behind the attempt to criminalize the involuntary implantation of microchips. So he's saying the chief concern is privacy, not the Antichrist. But he also says that he shares concerns that the devices could someday be used as the, quote, mark of the beast described in the book of Revelation. Why? Because people in Georgia, like the other story, and people in Virginia, they're religious. And a lot of them are religious, in fact. And it's kind of a common thing about the mark of the beast, right? And the forehead and in the hand. I'm even aware of that. And like I said, I'm not religious. So it says, my understanding, I'm not a theologian, but there's a prophecy in the Bible that says you'll have to receive the mark or you cannot buy or sell things in the end times. Some people think these computer chips might be that mark. Cole said the growing use of microchips could allow employers, insurers, or the government to track people against their will, and that implanting a foreign object into the human being could also have health effects. So his main issue is privacy and health effects. I just think you should have the right to control your own body, Cole said. The religious overtones have cast the debate in a realm that has made even some supporters uneasy and caused opponents to mock the bill for the legislation of the apocalypse. And it says this Democrat from Arlington said on the House floor that he did not find many voters demanding microchip legislation when he was campaigning last fall. I didn't hear anything about the danger of asteroids striking the earth, about the threat posed by giant alligators in our cities, sewer systems, or about the menace of forced implementation of microchips in human beings. See, they're playing mind games with you. Do you like having people play mind games with you, people? Are you just a slave under this Orwellian doublethink? No, you're not. Stand up. Don't let them talk to you like you're dumb. Thank you.